The allegory the allegory of the cave, or Plato's cave, is an allegory presented by the Greek philosopher Plato in his work Republic. Yep. The Republic is a Socratic dialogue authored by Plato around 375 BC concerning justice, the order and character of the just city-state, and the just man. It's Plato's best-known work. It's just a cave, but an allegory. Uh, I use the word metaphor. I mean, the word metaphor used a lot, but it's I wrote something about it because I really like that. I remember reading it in high school and in college, and I mean, um, I experienced that so many times in my life. But it's like certain people, like he writes just he hits it on the head. Except he's talking about the just of man. Then he talks about certain truths, natural science, mathematics, geometry, and deductive logic, and the theory of forms. I mean, there's just so much in this world that we could study, we could be aware of, we could learn. That is very, very important. It's not being the master of it, but just opening your eyes to it. You know, that's a really important part. And he talks about the cave, departure from the cave, return to the cave, and I don't remember word for word, but I got the context of it, and I did write my own version about it. The one thing that he went to graphic detail that let me show the picture right here. Yes, they're in prison. They're mentally in prison. They see there's a fire in the cave and there's shadows, and they give those shadows. They think that's the ultimate. That's their truth. To be lost, but unawareness, ignorance, and it just it's false. It's really false. That's not the truth. To put it in simple terms. But and there was some that left the cave, and they saw the sun, the truth. And every shadow from it. I mean, he talks about. I'm not using the same word he does, but it's those things you can grasp. It's an allegory, whatever, a metaphor, right? But it means so much, because there is something about that as well. I'm not gonna get into the whole thing, how many people are into nature as well, because I think that's important too. That's a metaphor, but there's something truth about that as well. It's the it's the experience, it's the truth of us. But anyway, I'm not gonna take it to that level. I wrote my own. It was when did I write that? Oh, 12 months ago, right? Yeah, on all poetry. Anywho, or anywho rather, light awakens. Alone in the darkness, the cave fills me with blankness. Amidst the frigid walls that encompasses me, holding me, hugging me, and not letting me be free. A light from afar illuminated the dark, only for a few moments in my life. I felt awake and alive, warm from the glowing light, like the bitterness was left behind. Time and time again, I tried crawling out of the gloomy cave, planning my escape, only to be thrust back in it again, with the grim cloud holding me at its end. I seen a swaying motion of a lit portion of the cave and a notion to leap forward towards it and avoid distortion. I don't really like that. It's too quick. It's. I think I might play with that a little bit. Anyway, there were others bound in the same path to leave this distressed place and never come back. And so we embarked and struggled a lot till the light got brighter and brighter some more, leaving our eyes blindly sore. The mouth of the chamber that held us for years was now getting distant as we hauled from it with tears of joy and sorrow, remorse to belong to such a hollow dungeon for all this while. As time grew taller, we felt no agony any longer. Some of us went back to pull others out of that chamber as their sight improved and got stronger. There were more of these caves all around, but there were more of us than them to go around. So with flashlights we were bound, fighting to get everyone of the inhabitants out. Where we go now, we don't know, but freedom from the grotto we will fight to bestow. I mean, I wrote that a year ago. A year ago, actually, a year ago, and I do think I'm not gonna rewrite. I might change a little wordplay, or maybe I'll just leave it. But you know, uh, I have 46 of these writings. But I am gonna make an improvement out of that. I mean, in addition to that, that's what I meant. I really want to do that. And this is my all poetry. Uh, you know, um, mm, it's not my site, but account on a site. My best friend Joe. This was probably like one of the most fun I had writing it. I wrote a series about that. I mean, like 5 or 6 of these. My best friend Joe. I have fun doing it. And when I was detained, I wrote like 2 or 3. We didn't see Joe. He was there, but he was hurt as well. Something to that extent. And yeah, this is this is what I do. But yeah, eventually, I'm not gonna make a video. Maybe I'll make a video writing you know about the cave and the grotto or whatever, and coming back and experiencing it a year later. Uh, but yeah, I remember referring to it as Socrates, where it's really from the book Republic by Plato. I always couldn't confuse these philosophers. I was never really into philosophy. I took philosophy in college, but they woke me up. They presented some truths and they opened my mind. But I like to sit there and just debate this and that. It's really interesting that there are some people that do understand that, and but not just about that. That's one thing. There's so many things to get in life. I don't want to be caught up on that, and really reality, conscious reality, and that's great. But there's so many other things to do in life. Like I want to get to the point how to fix cars and bicycles and bikes and motorcycles. And a lot of other stuff. I want to touch on everything. Maybe in small form or medium or larger form. But uh, not into the whole freaking. I mean, whole philosophy scene. Although it is cool because the fact that people actually like Aristotle, Plato, right? They had the idea. They wrote about that cave. It's just it means so much. But as far as the writing thing, yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, eventually, I'll give an addition to Light Awakens. But speaking of my friend Joe, he came by and now I'm paying him a visit.